Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, all of you are fine, I hope. You can listen to me? Okay. So, last time we had started a new chapter related to Dreamweaver, and we had seen some different options over here in the Dreamweaver. So, we had started reading this chapter and working on this chapter and understanding different concepts which are given in this chapter. So, what we are going to do today, one important thing I would like to tell you that you will receive your homework through university software now. Okay. So, for example, today I am going to give you to write the answers for the MCQs, and of course, you are going to have this question through the university software. So you will receive it through in university. I'm not going to give you using Google Classroom. I will also upload over there as well. You can see from there as well that what is the, but I will, from now onward, I am going to give you the homework using university software. Okay. So for this chapter, I'm going to upload computer science homework for chapter 1, chapter 10, homework 1 that I'm going to give you. Okay. And we are going to have only the MCQs. Okay. Now we can go and we can see that what are the questions given at the end of this chapter. So we will do only one question, very short, very brief question that I'm going to give you. Objective type, write T for true false. Okay. Write T for the statement and F for the false statement. True statement for T and F for the false statement. We have to do this one. So the question is basically that write T for the true statement and F for the false statement. Also correct the incorrect, the false statement. We have to make it correct if there is some problem in it. So what we are going to do, we are going to make it correct as well. So the very first one is uh, false over here. Otherwise, the rest are basically true. If you go and if you see over here, some things are there that we have not covered, but mostly we have covered all the things in this these MCQs. But you will go and you will see that you cannot add more than one image to a web page. This is true? No, we can add multiple images to our web page. So this is possible. But over here, the statement is not true. We are going to write false. Each frame, now frames we have not covered yet. So the rest statements are true. Each frame in a frame set can display HTML document independently. A frame is an area that acts as an independent browser. Okay, so the relative, the next are basically true statements. Okay, now we move towards our work. So I am going to give you this in your Google Classroom. In the Google Classroom, I will also give this. But what you have to do? You have to write in your notebooks. Write down in your notebooks. Okay, you have to write. This is a very short question that I have given you. I am giving you just 1 day time. Fine. And enable homework submission. If you will be able to submit the image over here as well, but important thing is that you need to write in your notebooks. You will also receive one notification for this. Okay, I think now I would like to ask you when you receive the notification for it. Okay, it will be added in your class. Okay, you will be able to see over there whatever the task is given to you. Okay, so will you tell me, can any student just tell me about it that you have received some notification about it by raising the hand? You have received the homework that I have given you today. Yes, Junaid. Yes, but about the rest?
Yes, sir, I got it.
You got it. Okay. It is visible now. Okay, fine. Asad, Sayyid Muhammad Asad.
Yes, sir, I got it too.
Okay. So it means that what does it show? It shows that all the students have received. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now come towards our work that we were doing last time. Let it be saved over here in my folder of the P3. Classwork and homework. Okay. So we had done some reading over here. How to insert date, we had seen this thing, fine, in the last class. How to insert one table with multiple rows and columns. We also discussed about the cell padding and cell spacing, and I had explained you this thing in a proper way, that what is basically the difference between a cell padding and cell spacing, and I had explained you. But these are the options that we need to understand over here. What is meant by a table? When we say table means when you draw the lines. Okay, blank we are talking about right now, the blank thing. When you need to draw the lines, or when you need to put the data in the form of boxes, in the form of rows and columns in the cells. So a row is basically left to right. How many rows are there? You are going to count it left to right. And it is basically the number of rows are defined by the table when we are taking a new table. We also define the number of columns, how many columns are required to us. Just like in yesterday's work, I think we had made some page. Yes. So over here you can see that this was the page created in Dreamweaver. Okay. And cell spacing, cell padding has been applied to it. One table title is given. So how we set these are properties over there? We had used one dialog box. When we click to insert the table, we see this type of dialog box where we set the rows and columns, table width in the pixels or in the form of percentage, border thickness. I have increased the thickness of the borders to 5 points. But over here, by default, the border thickness is given over there 1. This is the thickness of the border, that how much the border will be thick. Okay. Then cell padding, cell spacing. Now this thing I hope this is clear because yesterday I explained it. And now afterwards, the caption is there. The summary, if you want to write something about, is there. The alignment of the table, the alignment is there. Okay, all these things are there that we set by putting this data: border thickness, cell padding, cell spacing. The border thickness, it defines the width of the pixels of the table's borders. Cell padding, it determines the number of pixels between a cell's border and its content. This is the definition of the cell padding. It may be asked in the MCQs. Cell spacing, it determines the number of pixels between the adjacent table cells. The distance between the two cells. Okay, this is cell spacing. The distance between the character and this border of the cell, character and this border of the cell, distance from B to this border, B to this border, B to this border, this is called basically the cell padding. Okay, so I hope now this concept is clear, no one is confused about it. Now none, what does it mean none? It does not enable column or row heading or for the table. Now over here none option is coming over here, where we have mentioned over there. Yeah, this is the none, left, top, both. So if you will take none, it means you are not giving any heading style, heading to the column, different columns which are there in your table. You are not giving any type of heading. But in left, what will happen in left? You are giving one left heading. On left side, for example, you are writing days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on the other sides you are writing some schedule. So this is basically heading on the left side. On the right top means you are going to give the heading at the top, just like I have taken the heading over here at the top. And both means you are not only going to take the heading at the top, but also you are going to take the heading at the left side. You would have seen these options in Microsoft Word as well when we draw some table. So we can take the table in these formats. So they have explained us that what is basically the purpose of the none when there is no heading, left when there is heading on the left side. It sets the first column of the table for heading so that you can enter a heading for each row of the table. Top, it makes the first row of the table a row for heading so that you can enter a heading for each column of the table. Okay, and both means when you are taking not only left but also the top, both are you are using. None, both, left or top. Left, top, when both are there, then it becomes both. When both are not there, then it becomes none. Both means it enables you to enter both column and row headings in the table. Okay, I hope this thing is quite clear and you are able to understand. Now, caption, it provides a table title which is displayed outside the table. What will be the caption of your table? Just like I gave over here timetable of the class. So you mentioned the caption as well, just like we had mentioned the table caption over here. So you can see over here, this is the caption. This is the caption over here that is mentioned. So we set all these properties. Now each property which is mentioned over here, it can create one MCQ for you, and you may be asked some questions about it. Alignment. It specifies where the table option appears in relation to the table. Table caption. Table caption will appear in relation to the table. If you will take it align, central align, so it will appear in the center. If we will set it as left align, it will appear at the left or at the right, depending on the requirement. Now, summary is, it provides a table description if you want to write, but not necessary that you need to write it. It's optional. It provides a table description. Screen readers read this summary text, but the text does not appear in the user's browsers. Okay. For table purpose, what is the purpose of the table? We can write any description about it. Note that when you do not explicitly assigns values for border thickness or cell spacing and cell padding, so by default the default values are set. So what they do, they just set the default values. If you are not writing cell border spacing, if you are not using, so if you are not typing over there, then you will see that it is already mentioned, just like cell padding 1, cell spacing 2, default. Okay. What is meant by default? When you don't set and the thing comes itself in computer systems. When you don't set the value, when you don't set some pattern, when you don't set some standard. So whatever the input is coming, that is basically called the default setting, default value, default thing. Okay. So I hope now this thing is clear. Up to here, if you have got any question, you can ask me. No question is there. Click OK to create the table. So these were the steps. Why I explained you this thing, because all these things can be asked in the form of short questions or in the form of MCQs. So you must know about it. Okay. Now come towards the next point, which is about the rollover images. A rollover image, when viewed in a browser, changes as the pointer moves across it. For this, we have two things: primary image and secondary image. Means when we will bring the mouse cursor on it, so um, the image is going to be changed. This is basically called the rollover images. When viewed in a browser, changes as the mouse moves across it. For this, we have two images: primary image, secondary image. Primary image will be basically the default image, and the secondary image will be the image that will appear when you will bring the mouse cursor on it. This primary and secondary images should be of the same size. If they are not, Dreamweaver resizes the second image to match the size of the first image. I hope this point is now clear. We are also going to see practically this thing. But first I am going to read it, that what is written over here about the rollover image. Follow these steps. Now what are these steps? Now you can see over here. Place the insertion point where you need to insert the image. Okay, rollover. Insert the rollover image to appear in the document window. Okay, click images on the common tab of the insert bar and select rollover, and select insert image objects rollover image. Okay, so basically these are the steps, and then we will be able to have. So what we need to do, we need to have two images of the same size. How can we make the image of same size? Is there anything, can we do this thing? How can we do, can anyone give some idea about it? How we can change the size of the image, two images in the same size? Can anyone raise the hand and let me know? For example, I am going to take through the Google, I am going to take one image of the flower. I need to select two images of flowers. For example, this is one image and this is one image. I'm going to save it with the name of F1. Okay, and this is F2. Now you can see that there is a difference between the sizes of these flowers. We can open these flowers in Adobe Photoshop. Just like I can go to this folder, chapter 10, flower 1, flower 2. Now this is clear that how can we check the size of the image? You can see over here, this is one image. We go there and we can see the image size 12.5 by 10.8 inches. Okay, now right click on it, see the size 6.9 and fine. So what does it show? That it is, this image is already large. First I will make it just like this is vertical, so I will also make it, let's suppose I am going to take some portion over here so that we can make it, I can make it vertical. Okay, just like so. Now it is showing me that it is a vertical image, but still their sizes are not similar. So I will go there and I will see over there image size. What I am going to make 8.275. So I am going to make it, let's suppose 8 by 10. Okay, 8 by 10. Now this is an 8 by 10 image. Okay, I will right click on it, I will go to the image size, I will also mention over here 8 by 10. So this image will be stretched. Although we, whenever we are changing the size, we should always mark this one, constant constraint proportions, otherwise the image quality will be disturbed. But since it is a flower, so there isn't any issue in it. But otherwise, if it is a picture of a human being or something, so constant proportion should not be disturbed. Otherwise, length and breadth ratio will be changed and it is going to create a problem for you. Okay, I'm going to click on save. Now both are similar or not? Image size, this is image size, cancel. Image size, this is image size, 8 by 10, 8 by 10, both are 8 by 10. I'm going to close it, yes. I'm going to close it, yes. Okay, both images are JPEG. Keep in mind, we did not convert it to the Adobe Photoshop format. Both are JPEG images, but now these are having same size. I am going to open the same page that we were working yesterday with the Dreamweaver, and I am going to apply now this option. Now see the steps, what we have to do. Now the steps are written over here. You can see over here. Place the mouse cursor insertion point where you want the rollover image to appear in the document. First bring the mouse cursor. Okay, Click image on the common tab of the insert bar and select rollover image. So just like over here, if I want to, this is my file, I bring it to the center, common tab, go to image, insert image, but we have to select which option? Insert bar and select rollover image. We have to go this time to not to the simple image. We have to go this time the rollover image. Okay, so then it is going to ask us this using this dialog box, original image and the rollover image. So we are going to browse over here. I have saved in my chapter 10. Let's suppose F1 is the original image and F2 is the rollover image. Preload over rollover image. Okay. Now they are asking for the alternate text if the image is not found. Definitely right now the image is there in the same folder, so there won't be any issue in it. When clicked go to URL, if you want to link it with some web page, so you can do this job as well. So we can write that particular URL over here. But right now we are not mentioning, we just want to see the output for this. This is the image that we have inserted in our document. I hope now this thing is clear that what are the steps that we followed. Then you can see over here what is the next step written over here. Insert rollover image dialog box. This dialog box was appeared. Okay, enter the following information and click OK. Image, original image, image name, original image. Okay, then alternate text. If the image is not found, then alternate text will appear. We know about it, we had seen this. If you want to link it with the web page, that's like they have linked it with some web page, so we can also link it with the web page, but right now I have not linked it with any of the web pages. Fine. I hope this thing is now clear. So we have set these properties over here. What are the properties? The property which is basically rollover image, preload rollover image, alternate text. When clicked, go to URL. So right now I did not mention the go to URL. I will go to file menu. I will click on save button. Fine. And I'll go to preview and I would like to see this in. Okay, here is my image. When I bring mouse cursor, the image is converted to this image. You would have seen this thing in the websites that when you bring the mouse cursor on it, so then the image is, right now I'm clicking, nothing happening because the image is not linked. But if you want to do that thing, so how we can do this? On click, we can go to the rollover options and we can give some URL as well. Okay, let me mark the attendance. We have got from Awais Yassin to Mohammad Fawaz, then Mohammad Rami. Okay, up to here, if you have got any question, you can ask me. Is there anything that you want to ask? Yes, Asad.
Sir, I wanted to ask that rollover image changes the primary image into the secondary image when you place the pointer on it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, sir.
we had taken first image this pink flower, second image this it is blue or purple flower. So the same will be the sequence. Okay. Anything else? Anyone has any problem, any issue? Then you just you can ask me. I hope these all points are clear. We can make the URL over here as well. We can write the URL so that we can also link this with the web page, any web page that we want to link. How do we see the preview? We go to the file preview, view to the web page in a web browser, just like I have seen over here in my Google Chrome. I have set my Google Chrome as well. Avast is also coming as a web browser over here. 2, 3 web browser, Internet Explorer I have included. Some web browsers are coming over here. Okay, we can add more web browsers as well according to our requirement. Okay, so they have taken these images of the 2 images they have taken, but I have taken 2 images of the flowers. So you have to do it at your own. You have to see this and you have to go through it at your own and you have to find out 2 images and you have to make it. I don't think so you are going to face any problem with it. Okay, fine. So we move towards the next thing, which is image placeholder. Placeholder, now this placeholder, if you remember, placeholder is also available in PowerPoint, in Publisher. If you remember, you have already gone through Publisher in your early classes, and image holder is there in other softwares as well. So what does it mean? First you add the holder and then afterwards you can add the image in it. Okay, sometimes it may so happen that the image or images you wish to use in your web page or website may not be ready. So we put one holder over there that one image will come here. When will come? When it will be prepared, then will come. So we don't know that when it will come. So that's why we put one holder over there that we will put here our image. But since the image is not ready, so we are giving just blank placeholder. So that's why that holder will be taking that particular space. And we will also remember that we need to find out the image and we have to put the image over here. So this is basically the purpose of the image placeholder. So when it is not prepared or you have not selected some image, but you need that, you consider that there is some need of the image we need to put over here. An image placeholder is a graphic you use until the final image to be added to a web page, okay, is decided. When you have not decided, so placeholder will keep that space occupied. Fine. So basically, this is the purpose of the image placeholder. In other softwares as well, as I have told you that this phenomena, this object is available, and the concept was quite clear that sometimes the images are not ready, so we put placeholder over there, and when the image or we have not selected, we have multiple choices but we have not selected, so we put placeholder over there, and then when the work is done or the image is selected, so we go and we We change the image, we put the image inside the placeholder. I hope this thing is clear now. Up to here, if you have got any question, you can just ask me. Anything you would like to ask? We will see its implementation and all other things over there in the next class, inshallah, very soon. I think tomorrow we have one more class of this week. Yeah. Okay, so I will give you the today's homework in your Google Classroom as well right now. But keep in mind from onward we are going to the practice of the PSM University. Okay, so we are going to use the University. So University will be more important in this regard. So we have to see that whatever the work we are doing. So I'm writing over here homework. I'm writing about homework and write down in your notebooks as I have mentioned. Following question in your notebooks. So this is the question that I have given you. So you have, I am pasting it over here. Okay. For this chapter, for chapter number, we are right now talking about the chapter number 10 for this class P3B and P3C. So video of this lesson will also be uploaded over here, and you can check your homework from the university software as well. So up to here, if you have any confusion, anything that you want to clarify, anything that you want to ask, please ask me. Nothing, no problem is there. Yes, what is your name, Suved?
My name is Suvad Gilani,
You are in which class?
P3C.
Okay, you are new admission?
Yes,
Okay, fine. I will check into your name and attendance. Don't you worry. Fine.
yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, all of you.